I fired my marketing team and then I used Claude Cowork to rebuild my website. So I spent about 2 days this week working with Cowork to completely rebuild my MaxHousePrice website. Look how beautiful of a website this is. This is all custom HTML blocks that I had Cowork create for me. So what I want to do is I want to actually show you how easy it is for you to do this yourself. So I'm going to ask it to build me a new page. I want to build a new page for SEO purposes, targeting homeowners looking to renovate their kitchen in the Northern Virginia area. I want this to be a brand new page. Let's let it talk. So we talk to it. Let's see what it's going to do for us. So in Claude, it has this thing called an MD file. And the MD file with Claude MD is where it just remembers your conversation, you have it updated, you have your brand guidelines, your messaging. So it already knows about my company. I'm not having to retell it, here's the colors, here's how I want it to look. So it's already looking to see what it's already built so it can kind of see some information. So it's not starting from scratch every time. You know, sometimes when you're in chat, you have to give context all the time. This is a beautiful thing with Cowork. It just goes, it remembers as I keep these files updated. So it's reviewing, getting the full context. All right, so it has a good picture of what exists and before building, just wants to see the gap. I had to do an SEO analysis, deep dive. It's actually asking me, so let's just go with this first one. Sure, let's include an FAQ, why not? Now this is the thing. Normally I'd have to rely on my marketing company, or I would just have to spend a lot of time writing this and preparing it. What it's gonna do is it's actually gonna create a file for me, and I'm actually gonna test it. I'm gonna see if I can get it to actually go to my Carrot site and post the HTML and the blocks for me so that I can just sit and watch it do the entire job for me. Right, looked like it's finishing up, created a text file, saved it on my computer, has the URL that we're going to use, the keyword, the hero, all these different components. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to ask it to navigate to my Carrot site, and let's just see if it can paste all the HTML code in for me. Now go to my Carrot site and create the page for me. All right, it's navigating to Chrome. I'm going to move this over. I'm just going to allow for it to navigate. It always asks for permission. Let's just move this over so we can watch it work. All right, look at that. Opened it up. It's going to create a new page. Let's see what it does. See, my hands are free. I'm not doing any of this. This is Claude Cowork doing the work, navigating for me on my Carrot site, building a new SEO page for me. Look at that. It knows where to navigate. I'm not telling it where to go. Once it does it, it figures it out. Putting in the correct slug. All right, now it's gonna close that and start using the HTML widgets. So rather than having to navigate with different blocks and type stuff out and try to get the format, it can just use custom HTML, code that Cowork wrote, and it can paste it right in there. So it'll be formatted, it'll have the right colors, the right fonts, all of that. Right, it's using JavaScript to paste the widget rather than typing character by character. Thank you for doing that. That would take longer for this video and for me. I didn't tell it to do that. It figured out how to do that. I wouldn't know to tell it how to do that. Look at that. Just pasted all of that in there. Look, I'll even click preview. Look at that. I didn't do that. It did that. All right, widget one's in. Now it's going to go and do the Gutenberg block API. I don't know what that is, to all the remaining widgets at once. It learns as it works what's faster, what's more efficient for it, rather than me having, I'm not a developer, I'm not a coder, I'm not a tech guy. I just know operations and how to run a business well. So let's see what it does. Figured out how to do 2 more at one time. Let's preview what's in there. Look at that. How long would that take me to build that if I was going block by block? You know, I could pull up all these blocks right here and figure out columns and layout, or I can just let Cowork write some custom HTML and paste it in there for me. Let's preview this next one. Look at that. Now it's doing all the remaining ones. I mean, and it knows what's on my site, so I'm not having to retell it and regurgitate every single time. It's even got a link to my, I can see in the bottom of that URL, that's my lead form. So I think it's about done. It's gonna, needs to work on the SEO settings. Let's see if it's gonna work on that now. Look, I probably need to come in and do some edits, and that's pretty easy to chat with it and just say, hey, change this to that. Look, it put in all these FAQs. How long would this take? This is nuts. All the blocks are in. Now it's doing the SEO settings. It's putting in the meta description. Oh, I got it in the wrong spot, but it'll see that it's in the wrong spot. It's because I was clicking around. See, look, it sees. Even noticed it did the stray paragraph. I was gonna delete it. I wanted to, but hey, it did it on its own. And it's gonna publish the page, and that's fine. I mean, the reality is I probably wanna come in here, and I can show you how quickly to make a couple edits. I'm gonna ask it on that hero image. Obviously, we're missing one big thing here. We need a picture of a kitchen. So I'm gonna ask it to do that right now. The hero image, we should have a renovated kitchen picture. Please add that. Cue that up. And this, you know, it takes these screenshots to review it, to see how it looks. And again, I would come in and probably make a couple of changes, but just for this demonstration, I mean, in a few minutes, I could give it some edits. Remember, we're doing this for SEO purposes, so we want a lot of text that's going to target for search engine optimization. This isn't a main page on my site. This is just type of work you can do that if you do enough of this and you do it consistently, it'll be a great payoff, and that's how you get leads and how you attract people to your business. So I can just go back over to my site. The way it works is you need to have a hosted image. So I will just copy this, I'll open this up. I'll just copy this image address. Here, I'll just post one in there for it. And now it's gonna update the hero, which is this very top widget. So let's see what it does. Look at that. I don't know how to do that. Do you know how to do that? I don't know how to do that. That's pretty cool. So you can see it's pretty smart. It can help you do things that you would never have the idea to do. So let's see what this page looks like. I mean, this took, I don't know, this didn't take 10 minutes, that's for sure. Look at this page that it just created. And if I were to actually go to the published page, you'll see it a little bit better. And let's open that up. Look at this page that it just created for me. I mean, that's pretty amazing. If that doesn't get you excited, I don't know.